Hello children. So today we are going to study the next topic, that is quadrilateral. So we know what is a triangle and a polygon. Triangle means it is a three-sided polygon. So quadrilateral means, you have to study the spelling, quadrilateral means it is a four-sided polygon. So here you can see four sides are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides are there. So which are the four sides? CD, line segment CD, line segment CB, line segment AB, line segment AD. These are the four line segments. Okay, so this is a four-sided polygon. So these are called the sides of the polygon. Okay, so the quadrilateral ABCD. Now how will we name it? Same way. How did we name triangle? We first name these points. That is, these meeting points. That is, these points. C, D, A, B, first we will name it, and then we will call it as quadrilateral. We have to name like this. We have to write it quadrilateral A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. So four sides are here, four angles are there. You know where are the four angles formed, right? This is one angle, second angle, third angle, fourth angle. How will you name it? You can write angle C, angle B, angle D, angle A. Or how will you name angle B, C, D? Like that you have to name. You know how to name the angle. Okay. So that's how quadrilateral. Okay, now comes the opposite sides, adjacent sides. So adjacent side means, I told you, line segments with common endpoints. So we are talking about these two line segments. They have a common endpoint, D. So these two line segments are a set of adjacent sides. How will you name it? AD and DC. That is one pair of adjacent sides. Which is the next pair of adjacent side? DC and, always you have to put a line segment about it. Okay, DC and CB is another set of adjacent sides. What's the next set of adjacent sides? BC and AB. BC and AB. B is common for both, right? Then which is the next set? DA and AB. Okay, this is how we have to write the adjacent sides. Adjacent sides means they should have one common point. Okay, one vertex will be common for both sides. So such are called adjacent sides. Okay, now coming to the opposite sides. Opposite sides means which are not, that is just, they don't have any points in common. So CD and AB, they don't have anything in common, right? Okay, so they are the opposite side. Then which is the next set of opposite sides? You can see these two are the next set of opposites, that is CB and DA. They are the next pair of opposite sides. Okay, now same way you can talk about adjacent angles. Adjacent angles means which are near. The adjacent, the meaning is near, which are lying nearby. So here you can see these two angles. They are on the same line segment, right? So these two are one pair of adjacent angles. Angle D and angle A. Okay. Now which is the next pair of adjacent angles? These two angles. That is, they are on this line segment. That is angle A and angle B. They are the next pair of adjacent angles. Then which is the next pair? These two angles, that is angle B and angle C. They are the next adjacent pair. So what are we talking? Then what is the next one? One more is there. That is angle D and angle C. That is angle D and angle C. So these are the adjacent angles. That means they should be on the same line segment. They should be near. That is the main word meaning. Okay, they should be lying nearby. Okay, now comes the adjacent. Is there means obviously we will have opposite, right? So what means the opposite? Opposite, the word meaning itself, which are not adjacent. So these two angles are opposite. So angle D and angle B. Which is the next set? Angle C and angle A. They are the next opposite angles. Okay, so this is how we have to write the sides of the quadrilateral, adjacent sides, opposite sides, adjacent angles, opposite angles, naming the quadrilateral. Okay, Now next exercise, draw a rough sketch of a quadrilateral PQRS. Now you know how to draw it. Just draw 4 lines. Okay. So 1, 2, any way you can draw. That is 4 lines. It should be closed, simple, closed figure made up entirely of 4 line segments. So this is a quadrilateral. Draw its diagonals. You know what's the diagonal? We studied in that polygon beginning. That means if you are joining the non-adjacent vertices. So which are the adjacent and non-adjacent, right? So these two are adjacent. So which is opposite for this? So this is non-adjacent or opposite, whatever you want can say. So this is one diagonal. So now coming to starting from this vertex. From here, where will the next diagonal go? From here it will go here. So these two are the diagonals. Is there any other diagonal? No. From here, if you are drawing to this vertex, it is not a diagonal. From here, that is also not diagonal. So these all are not diagonals. So these two are the diagonals. Okay. Is a meeting point of diagonals. So where is the meeting point of the diagonals here? So here, this is a diagonal and this is a diagonal. Meeting point. This is a meeting point, right? So this meeting point, I'll name it as M. So that meeting point, is it in the interior or in the exterior of the quadrilateral? It is in the interior. Interior means it is inside. Okay. Now draw a rough sketch of a next second question. Draw a rough sketch of a quadrilateral KLMN. Anyway you can name. I told you KLMN. State 2 pair of opposite sides, 2 pair of opposite angles, 2 pair of edges and sides, 2 pair of edges and angles. It's easy, right? Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you.